20th century playwright Wendy Wasserstein said a phrase that I think has characterized not only my life, but my time here at ACS. Don't live down to expectations. Go out there and do something remarkable. Through my experiences at ACS, I have been able to shape what God has given me and use that to shape my future with His guidance, all while helping prepare myself as a warrior for Christ in the outside world. When I first came to ACS in 2007, I had only been in this country for 2 years. And definitely, when I came in, it's like I had no clue what was going to happen. But from the very beginning, I noticed something about ACS. And it was that the teachers cared. They not only cared about you as a student, they cared about teaching their subject passionately. I truly believe that the teachers that we have here at our school are not some of the best, not only in the county, but in the state and possibly the country. All these teachers, like I said, care personally about you and don't want to see you develop only as a student, but most importantly as a person. They're passionate about their subjects, whether it be the minutiae of biology, or the works of John Keats, or how to graph tangent lines. They all care about making sure that you understand all of these things. Not only that, but they reach out to you. Here at ACS, the teachers are not over the students. They're hand in hand with the students, trying to advance them as warriors for the kingdom of Christ. And it all helps to foster what I like to call a small community here at ACS. A community that prizes connections, that prizes your daily walk with Christ, and that prizes academic achievement over everything else. And that's something that without the teachers here would not be possible. The second thing that I really love about ACS is the athletic program. Now you're looking at me and you're thinking, what? I mean, if you've ever had the misfortune of watching me play soccer, you know that I'm not necessarily the most athletic person out there. But what's important about athletics at ACS is that, first of all, they welcome non-athletically inclined people like myself. And they place an emphasis on the glory of God, on doing everything with whatever talent you have, using it for maximum utility for His glory. And it all helps to emphasize what I like to call the warrior way at ACS. Finishing, which is doing everything, keeping it in an eternal perspective. Knowing that what you do will have repercussions throughout eternity. The last thing that I've learned at ACS has been to break barriers. At ACS, I've learned that I can not only be a passionate Christian, I can be academically inclined. I can care about what's going on in the outside world. I can care about making this world a better place, and not simply living down to expectations. I've learned through ACS to get ready to fight for the next stage in life, which is going to be college and eventually a career. Learning that wherever God places me, I will be a warrior for His kingdom. And it's not going to be easy. I'm telling this, I mean people who've lived, and to my fellow class of 2013ers. It's not an easy fight. Life is not easy. My time at ACS has not been all roses and flowers. There have been tough times. But it's all a perfect tapestry that God is weaving together in order to achieve for His glory. There's a wise man once told me that life is like a beach. It's pristine, it's beautiful. But if you look down at the grains of sand, if you look down close enough, you're going to see imperfections. You're going to see jagged rocks sticking up. You're going to see grains of sand that are not so white. But we choose not to look at the beach for those imperfections. We choose to look at it for what it is, a beautiful sign of God's creation. Life is like that. There will be tough things along the way. But we have to choose to look at it as a tapestry that God is weaving together, as something that ultimately will be a reflection of His glory. The man who told me that was my father. And he hasn't lived a perfect life. He only became a Christian about 7 years ago. But from what he's done and from his testimony, I've seen it clear that it's not about the imperfections. It's not about the blocks along the way. It's about what God can do in our lives. It all reminds me of a story in Mark 9, verse 23. The context of this verse is that a centurion comes to Jesus, asking Him to help heal his son. He's done everything. He's done everything that he can to try to heal him. But the man hasn't found a solution. What Jesus tells him is astonishing for its simplicity, but also beautiful. If you can believe, All things are possible to him that believes. It's a simple concept. The fact that if we believe that God can use us for his glory, and if we do everything keeping that in mind, we will succeed. It might not be material wealth, it might not be fame, it might not be even a good steady job, especially in this market. But it's eternal, and that's what matters. So to everyone out there, and to my fellow classmates of 2013, I pray that God will help us. I pray that God will lead us, and that we will keep this concept in mind. Thank you very much.